Surviving the Aftermath is a colony builder that starts out from just picking berries and gathering pre-cut wooden boards that slowly builds to a buzzing metropolis with massive production. But the road there isn't easy and requires you to carefully plan or quickly react to different situations. Even on the easiest setting, one stupid move or a series of RNG events might abolish your colony, especially in the beginning. A quick tip: save your progress on different slots and make sure to name them properly. It's essential. Mine are called something like enough food 1, 2, or power 3, or just all good 5, 6, 7. As you start out, I truly recommend you to pick the most easiest setting. Trust me, it will be hard enough. When you begin, the map is randomly generated. My suggestion is you restart your game until you have some sort of a lake or water nearby. It's crucial to have different sources of food, water, and options available. You can manage without it too, but it will make it a bit easier that way. Platinum Trophy on PlayStation with the easiest settings can be obtained in one playthrough. The game is a mixture of This War of Mine, Civilization, and Age of Empires mixed with Anno 1800. You have two maps. One is for your colony, buildings and production, and the other view, let's say world map, is overall divided into, let's call them counties. Colony map is, well, quite obvious. You build your shit there. But the overall map, the world map, is where you can explore and using specialists, of course. I will come to that. Damn, I just realized how deep this game actually is, and for me to explain it properly, I can't go into details that much, otherwise it will be an hour-long video. So overall, build your colony carefully, so you have a strong base of self-sufficiency. And of course, the game throws you curveballs by sending neighboring tribes to attack you. Luckily, they only attack the main gate, so if you have some free colonists, you can assemble them as needed. So you also have to decide on different dilemmas, like if you take new people in, how old they are, how sick, what do they bring with them. You have merchants from other cities visiting your gate. Sometimes you need to make decisions on inner policies of your colony. This changes the overall happiness or gives you resources. But the danger can also lurk in your own backyard, in the form of mutants that hide in the forest, giant worms and insects that pollution has mutated. You need to arm your colonists to fight them. Luckily they don't respawn, but if you wander further away, they might find new ones. So you are just getting bombarded with disasters like heat waves, radioactive clouds, magnetic storms, storms of hail and meteors, like everything. And not only, you also have the cycle of summer and winter, so you need to have stockpiles of goods and warm places for your colonists. As you can imagine, combining everything makes it all sound like a living hell. Managing it all can be somewhat automated in the future. One serious note here, you need to start exploring both your backyard and the overall map as soon as possible. Because once you deplete all the free resources in your near vicinity, and you lack the knowledge of machine excavating, you have probably built yourself into a bottleneck. And those are really common traps in Surviving the Aftermath. Start building scout towers near the smoke of your borders in Colony View. That slowly reveals the battle fog and lets you see and access new ground level resources. On your large map, the world map, use your scouts and scavengers to discover new neighboring countries, and collect the resources. Later you can use the settlers to build automated outposts there. Regarding that, you need to start researching as soon as possible. As you can see, the research tree is enormous and overwhelming. Concentrate on outpost depot research, then food and researching plastic and metal contractors, so you can start exploiting underground resources. But the outpost depot lets you build settlers that you can use to build research outposts on the world map. So you can get passive income of research points, and those will come faster. Don't sleep on it. If you don't get it soon, you have played yourself into a corner again and stepped into another bottleneck. Getting happiness, electricity and so on is self-explanatory. You will get there. I also recommend to use firewood-powered heaters for warmth as long as possible, because you need power for production first. The game also overwhelms you with missions on the open map. Those yield nice rewards and should be completed. As new survivors come in, your problems grow exponentially. One flaw in your supply line might bring your whole colony to a halt. That is why you need save files, man. Electrical components are one of the hardest things to obtain. There is a slim chance to trade them, and there are very limited amount of them on the open map. And building a factory for manufacturing them also needs those very things. Meaning that if you run out, your only way is to prioritize the factory itself and demolish some of the buildings you used components to build. Tools and jackets, you need them in order to build and produce. As you can see, everything is connected in surviving the aftermath. All those logistic nightmares may still get you even when everything is running supposedly very smoothly. Sometimes all your colonists get hungry at once, and even though you have a sufficient production of food, they will not eat it and start to die. Whether it's a bug or not, I managed to defuse the situation in few hours, repurposing my fields and greenhouses, building more cookhouses, researching better cooks and recipes, growing cabbages helped a lot. But as winter comes, your fields become useless. I overcame it by carefully managing the game speed and exploiting the world map to scavenge and of course trade it with other cities. Surviving the aftermath has 4 speeds that you can switch by a click of a button, from boss to ultra fast. My most gameplay runs on ultra fast until I see a problem emerge. Tackling disasters and issues on your colony map and exploring and battling on the semi-automated world map is a hefty task to manage. Although the world map is peaceful, but if you get overwhelmed, you can just explore there and plan your moves. Time stands still in your colony as long as you're there. So like this wasn't enough, all your buildings inevitably pollute the environment. You need to either manually clean them by using the contaminating wrench option, or assign a maintenance area for your repair guy specific building, and once researched, you can change the radius of the work area. Definitely use it. This repairs the buildings without your input and also cleans them. You also have huge piles of pollution around your settlement. You need to clean them using a different building. Once your workers spend too much time near radiation, they get sick, mutate or die. Hospitals, medication plants and trade routes are needed. Pandemic can spread and create mass exodus, whether off your colony or into a graveyard. Presuming you have built one, of course. Otherwise, they will rot on the streets, spoiling your drinking water and killing everyone. Alright, now you have an overview of some of the things in the game. I don't even want to go into micromanaging your carriers and using people in a specific building in specific times of the year, You need 3 people to carry stuff, therefore you don't need them in your gate or scouting towers once they've served their purpose. Without 3 people, aka carriers, the production line halts. So you thought that this was it? No. Now the main plot just starts. You need to complete missions. That means you need to build a survival bunker. And not only just a bunker, it's a bunker for end of days. Like Nazi Germany had, probably. And that requires you to gather knowledge. From the open map, of course, not from the books. You need to build engineering outposts to slowly gather those 4 different resources. I'm not even sure what they're called. And those percentages trickle up so slowly. It's like having a urinary problem or something. And that is kind of the endgame goal. Basically, you've done everything else and you don't even need to build the bunker. It's just, endgame purposes, this bunker building. One other thing, options in this game is the least options I've ever seen in a game. Now, I have an 85-inch TV. And I'm sitting about 5 to 6 meters away from it, and I'm struggling to see this tiny text down below this ever-changing event report. I can still read it from 6 meters away, but the point is that I can change the font size or customize any display settings in this game. I was horrified to see this sort of a lackluster menu after witnessing how great the game actually felt. Totally worthless menu. It's just, yes, if you want to change the master volume, I can have my remote for my receiver. Thank you very much for the options anyway. Thank you, kind sir. As long as you stay away from the menu, the game is good. The main question is, does it have any replay value? Challenge-wise, most definitely, as everything is randomly generated. But for me, well, I've played this game about 24 hours total. This one colony I started with. And I see easily about 5 to 6 hours more if I want to complete the Doomsday Bunker. I will not start a new game, especially when I've gathered the Platinum Trophy and every other trophy there is. So anyways, I'm not rambling any longer. Honestly, this has to be one of the most funnest and well thought out colony builders I've ever played. Solving problems, that's the name of the game here. If you like something with complex but surprisingly easy to learn planning, then I think this game is for you. And trust me, I'm not the brightest mind alive and I managed it. Then so can you. Truly, without a doubt in my mind, this here is worth picking up. I give Surviving the Aftermath a 9 out of 10. But most of all, I really hope that you enjoyed this review. If you did, hit that like, smash that bell, and if you dare, subscribe as well. I'm SillyLlamaz, and thanks for watching. Till next time!